The following is a presentation of the Ad Astra Sports Network, leading the way in regional sports coverage. Your home for the McPherson Bullpups is 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. Find exclusive Bullpup content online at adastraradio.com, including schedules, stories, and game day audio. Just ahead on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game, we'll preview tonight's matchup. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. The McPherson Bullpups play here.
At Midway Motors, we are here for you for every mile of life. Whether you're shopping for a new or used vehicle or selling one, Midway Motors will buy your vehicle even if you're not in the market to buy one of ours. Just stop by one of our 5 locations and one of our appraisers will evaluate your vehicle and you can leave with a check the same day. It's fast and easy. Visit MidwayMotors.com for more information. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Good afternoon and happy Saturday. We welcome you to Wellington for our coverage of Bullpup basketball as we continue sub-state play. Today, the McPherson High School girls look to play spoiler on the road for the sub-state final as the number 9 seed Bullpups are on the road against the number 1 team in 4A, the Wellington High School Crusaders. Thank you for tuning in to 98.9, 1540 KMCP, adastraradio.com, the Ad Astra Radio mobile app, and for watching the video live stream on our website at adastraradio.com/TV. With studio engineer Sherry Bruce and live stream coordinator Mitchell Bruce, I'm Lane Gillespie, broadcasting courtside at Wellington High School. But courtside right in front of the home fans, so the fans you'll hear behind me are not the road fans for McPherson. They'll be the home Wellington fans as McPherson is on the road looking to upset the Lady Crusaders here on the road. Wellington comes in with just 1 loss on the year, 20 wins, 1 loss, and in the sub-state semifinal defeated Winfield, 62-16. That was back on Wednesday. Their lone loss of the year was an overtime defeat in a midseason tournament that was against Hayes, who was undefeated in 5A and is on their way to state, as that was a 74-72 loss. But they've been an absolutely perennial powerhouse this season, coming off of last year where they were at the state championship but lost to Bishop Miege in the state title game, and they'll look to turn things around on their revenge tour. But McPherson is not here to hear any of that. They're looking to play spoiler and punch their ticket to Salina. A win today, an upset win, would do so against the Crusaders this afternoon. We'll have more coming up next in the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. We'll join Mark Heidebrecht to give you the history between McPherson and Wellington. These are 2 Arc Valley Chisholm Trail League foes, but in different divisions, so they have their fair share of history. That's all coming up next from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. You're listening to coverage of the Healthy Blue Kansas Road to a Championship presented by Thrive Allen County.
More of the Midway Motors Drive to the Game coming up. Midway Motors in McPherson, Newton, Hutchinson, and Hillsboro for every mile of life. Your home for the McPherson Bullpups is 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. We get to know you and your operation, providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, crops, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we've been the #1 ag insurer for 25 years. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Call Farm Bureau agent Luke Bauer in McPherson at 620-241-0225.
#1 ag insurer across our territory, 1996 to 2021 SNL P&C Group Direct Written Premium.
Are you tired of your dusty or muddy driveway? APAC Kansas Shears Division is here to help. This is Derek Fees. Call us and ask us about our asphalt millings. If you are a do-it-yourselfer, arrange for pickup or delivery at your convenience. Call APAC today at 620-662-2112.
I'm Gavin Powell, MHS class of 23, and now a McPherson College Bulldog. At MC, I have a team that's helping me pursue my dream job, turning my love of cars and history into a career at a museum or private collection. That's why I graduated from a bullpup to a bulldog. Build your team at mcpherson.edu.
The Bradbury Company, headquartered in Mound Ridge, is a family-owned custom equipment builder, and they're hiring qualified candidates for manufacturing roles. Apply online at bradburygroup.com. The Bradbury Company, wishing the best of luck to all the teams.
At Hutchinson Community College, our online education department enables you to take classes anytime from anywhere. Flexible, affordable, and designed to fit your schedule. HutchCC's online education could be the answer for you. Email info@hutchcc.edu for more information.
Hi, this is Lucas Raleigh with Raleigh Insurance. If you're thinking about shopping your business's insurance, let us do the shopping for you with our newly expanded markets and carriers. As an independent agency, we've been working with large commercial accounts to small family businesses across Kansas for over 50 years. Check out RaleighInsurance.biz, see me in Little River, or stop by Raleigh Insurance in Inman or Lyons today.
Since 1965, your choice for home, auto, farm, and commercial insurance. Raleigh Insurance. Get your free quote today.
Welcome back into the Midway Motors Drive to the game as the girls get ready for the sub-state final on the road against the number 1 seed in the West region, the Wellington Crusaders. There is some history between the two Ark Valley foes, but in different divisions, as we now join Mark Heidebrecht to give us the history between the McPherson and Wellington girls. Now, this is a rematch from last year's state semifinal game, which Wellington won, but it does go even further than that history-wise.
That it does. In fact, the record stands at 9-2, but the series actually started in 1975, and as you mentioned before, the last game was on March 8th in Salina, a 56-65 overtime loss to state tournament. So the 2 losses we have are consecutive. So up until then, we had a 9-0 record. But that's 11 games. That ranks 26th out of the 105 basketball opponents since 1969. The home record is for McPherson is 5-0, away record 3-0, and on the neutral court 1-2. 2 of those losses were consecutive.
Right.
At the state tournament. So the offensive averages are going to look a little skewed. McPherson averages 55.0 points per game, Wellington 35.2. Average winning margin, McPherson wins by 25.7 points per game, Wellington 6.5 points per game. McPherson has a 2-game losing streak versus Wellington. Highest scores in the series, McPherson scored 78 points on January 20th, 1975 at McPherson for a 78-23 win. And then Wellington's highest score in the series is 65 points, that being last year at the state tournament in Salina for a 65-56 overtime win. Highest winning margin in the series, McPherson won by 51 points back on December 5th, 1980 in McPherson by a score of 74-23. Wellington's highest winning margin, 9 points, again last year. In that 65-56 overtime loss at the state tournament. Clint Kinneman's record versus Wellington is 0-0. Longest winning streaks, McPherson playing in McPherson is a 5-game current winning streak, and McPherson playing in Wellington is a current 3-game winning streak. Wellington has not won in McPherson or in Wellington. It's all been at the state tournament. Expect Wellington to be very focused. They're a very talented, experienced team. They finished second to Miege last year, so they are going to be on a mission.
Oh, yeah.
You can bank on it.
Oh, yeah.
And so if McPherson would somehow upset Wellington, I liken it to something that you don't remember, or you probably heard about it, but it was like NAIA Chaminade beating Ralph Sampson's number 1 ranked Virginia Cavaliers in Honolulu way back in December of 1982. And that game is generally considered by most sports pundits as the biggest upset of all time.
I mean, I would.
And it was.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
I
word.
would see that. I mean, I know about the 82-83 team of Virginia, mostly because there was a documentary that was out about the NC State team that won the national championship that year.
Right.
Survive and Advance is what the the documentary was called. And it spoke a lot about that Virginia team with Ralph Sampson and just how unstoppable they were. You know, a returning National Player of the Year, Ralph Sampson.
7'4".
7'4". Good luck. How did Chaminade beat I mean, Chaminade is now NCAA Division II.
Correct.
How did Chaminade beat them?
I have no idea. I've never seen the game film.
Right. I mean, I wonder if there even was any, because everybody's thinking, oh, number 1 Virginia, NAIA school, it's going to be a walk in the park.
Well,
Guess not.
Virginia probably has the film, but they may have burned it.
Oh, probably.
So, anyway, this is not a knock on McPherson. It's a compliment, extreme compliment to Wellington's girls because they're good. I hope they beat Bishop Miege.
100%, because, I mean, in the final rankings from media sources around the state, including the KBCA, they had Wellington as number 1 in 4A in the final rankings. I think Miege was number 4, but Coach Kinnaman will tell you that he thinks Bishop Miege is the best team in the state, but obviously he's seen Bishop Miege. He hasn't seen Wellington yet this year, so we'll see how that fares after today.
I don't think Wellington's lost any major players from last year.
Nope, they didn't.
And I think that game went to overtime.
It did. Oh, the championship it did not.
It did not.
It did not.
But it's close.
It was close. I think it was tied with about 2 or 3 minutes left, and then Miege went on a run to end it. Well, Mark, once again, we really appreciate you taking the time, and we'll see you once again. Thank you for giving us the history.
You're welcome.
That's Mark Heidebrecht. We'll preview more coming up next to the Midway Motors Drive to the Game on the Healthy Blue Kansas Road to a Championship, presented by Thrive Allen County.
Your home for McPherson Bullpup Basketball. Find exclusive stories and streaming audio online at adastroradio.com or download the Ad Astra Radio app. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Hello, I'm Gloria Schrader, a proud McPherson parent and grandparent who believes that teamwork is key to reaching our goals. Working in the claims department at Farmers Alliance, I love seeing our company unite to support our policyholders through tough times. Being a part of a team that helps people rebuild their lives is as awesome as a victory in the big game. At Farmers Alliance, we're excited to be part of this amazing community and thrilled to cheer on all our local teams to success.
Hi, I'm Andrew Ealing. I'm excited to tell you about the Poo Squad of Hutchinson. Are you tired of the unpleasant task of picking up dog poop? I can help. We offer a one-time or weekly service for your convenience. Our pricing is affordable and varies based on the number of dogs. For 1 dog per week, it's only $12 or $52 a month. You can easily book online at hutch.thepoosquad.com or call or text at 620-322-0522. We take a lot of crap from our customers. Contact the Poo Squad of Hutchinson today.
Let the party begin where the pizza never ends. Come fuel up, raise up a cup, gather up your grub at the Hub.
Hey, it's Sammy, inviting y'all to join us in Mound Ridge. We have the station, coffee and bakery for all your ice cream, lotus, and coffee fixes. Enjoy one of our world-famous brick oven pizzas while sharing an appetizer. We are your one-stop shop for your friends and family to gather. Get your grub at the Hub.
Are you building a house?
A swimming pool?
Are your lights flickering?
Call Schmidt Electric.
That's Schmidt Electric. 960-6755. Schmidt Electric will take care of all your electrical needs.
Got Spock?
At McPherson Center for Health, your well-being is our priority. With ER wait times averaging just 11 minutes from door to provider, you'll get the care you need fast. McPherson Center for Health, caring for you close to home.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to Wellington High School as McPherson gets ready to face the #1 team Wellington Crusaders in the Sub-State Championship. The winner of this game goes to the state tournament. This is one of 8 matchups going on at the same time. All 8 Sub-State matchups in both the East and the West Side in 4A start at 5 o'clock. If we have score updates from around the state, we'll give them to you. We at least will between Buhler and Circle. Buhler hosting Circle at 5 o'clock as well. Here today for a chance for them to punch their ticket to state. But McPherson looking to do the same as well. McPherson, after their win against Augusta on Wednesday, where they won 41-38, that moved them to 10-11 on the year as the #9 team upset the #8 seed in the West region. McPherson beating Augusta on Wednesday, 41-38 again was the final. It was a good defensive performance, and this was a team that led for pretty much the entire game. Augusta brought it in pretty close, especially with about less than a minute left. They put it to within 2, but the last shot did not go down for Augusta. McPherson was able to escape with a victory thanks to their stellar defense. I talked with the assistant coach Anthony Broder before the game, and he basically said, you know, this is definitely a feasible game for McPherson to win. They're going to have to give it their all, of course, but McPherson can definitely do this with the defense they played as of recent. They can continue on this strong performance performance that they've had. And if they shoot the lights out like they did against Circle a couple of weeks ago, then this is a team that could definitely beat Wellington. However, Wellington, they're a team with amazing athletes. They have 2 players that are signed to play basketball at the college level, both at the NCAA level, one at Division I and another at a Division II level, which we'll talk about them later on. But McPherson coming in as the number 9 seed, looking to upset the number 1 seed who's only lost 1 game all year long, that being Wellington, and are looking to get back to the state tournament for the 4th straight year, the 8th time ever, and looking to turn things around after falling in the state championship game last year against Bishop Miege, which was their first championship game appearance in school history. So the game plan brought to you by Erickson Custom Building for both of these teams. For McPherson, you got to limit the runs for Wellington, and if they do get on a run, a quick 10-0 run, it's going to be about how they respond. So that's going to be a key thing to look out for McPherson. For Wellington, obviously, you just got to out-athlete McPherson in this one. Now, they did have their powerlifting state tournaments or state championships earlier today in this very gymnasium, and some of the girls' basketball teams or players did participate in that. I know there was one power lifter, Kendall Rusk, who is one of the best girls powerlifters in the state. So, you know, maybe some of them could be tired after powerlifting. I'm not quite sure. We'll have to see as the game goes on. Those game plans brought to you by Erickson Custom Building. Get a game plan for your new build or remodel online at ericksoncustombldg.com. We'll keep it here. We'll talk a little bit more about what's to come for both McPherson and for Wellington and for what's going on around the state of Kansas. Again, McPherson looking to get to the state tournament for another year, and of course under head coach Clint Kinnaman, but you know, he thinks these girls are ready, and I would say I have to agree. These girls were excited. McPherson was to go in this game. Obviously, there may be a few nerves here and there going up against a really tough team in Wellington, but those will quickly dissipate as the game goes on, especially very early in the game, because this is a very tough, tenacious team. And as head assistant coach Anthony Broder said, as he told me, the teams that put out full-on effort and are scrappy and go for the ball, those are always the scary teams. And that's exactly what McPherson is, a team that shows all-out effort regardless of the final score, and a team that looks to go the extra mile, even if shots are not falling, to give themselves a chance at a victory. McPherson's coming in, they're averaging 39 points a contest, but as of recently, they've shot the ball a lot better, as in the past, in 4 of the last 5 games, they've had over 40 points on the games, and most of those coming out with victories, but on a 4-game winning streak as well is McPherson after turning things around and getting things figured out defensively, and that has turned into offense. Another key will have to be how can they limit the turnovers against a really good Wellington defense. Their leading scorer on the year is obviously Brooke Doyle. Brooke averages 11 points a game. She had 12 against Augusta on Wednesday, but shot 10 of 11 at the free throw line. The only made bucket she had was an and one, which she made the free throw after, of course. But also look for players to shine on offense and on defense. Piper Alvarez been great on defense. She was on Wednesday, the young sophomore. Also players like Ellie Bauer, who is a senior on this Bullpup squad, the lone senior on the postseason roster for McPherson. As I mentioned, Piper Alvarez, both of those average just under 5 points a game. Marin Sambo, who averages about 6 points a contest and is a really clutch shooter as well. For Wellington, look out for Britt Zika. She was all first or 4A All-State last year, first team, I should say, after averaging almost 15 points a game last year. She is signed to play basketball at Fort Hays State. And for another person to look out for, Valerie Norwood, a 5'8 senior. She led with 21 points against Winfield, the only Crusader to finish in double figures on Wednesday. She is signed to play at the Division I level at Lindenwood, which is a Division I school in St. Louis, Missouri, as part of the Ohio Valley Conference. We'll be back in just a moment as pregame festivities continue. We'll pause for the starting lineup, and we'll pause for the national anthem. We'll give you the starting lineups after this. You're listening to coverage of the Healthy Blue Kansas Road to a Championship presented by Thrive Allen County.
The Scooters Coffee Mom of the Game. Register your mom for a chance to win a Scooters Coffee gift card. Learn more at AdAstraRadio.com. from Scooter's Coffee in Hutchinson and McPherson and 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
The Kansas legal team at Pyle Law handles cases in McPherson County and throughout the state of Kansas. Now is the time to call for your free consultation. This is Liz Pyle, and my husband Tom has over 25 years of experience in all matters relating to workers' compensation, car wrecks, and personal injury law. Tom takes the time to evaluate your options, inform you of your rights, and walks you through the complicated process of seeking compensation for your personal injuries or loss. Contact me at 620-241-9000 and I'll schedule your appointment with Tom today.
This is Darren Eddy with Ag 360 Insurance in Inman. For years, we've been known for our great service with our ag customers, but did you know we can handle your family or small business insurance needs as well? We would love an opportunity to sit down and visit with you about what we can do for you. As an independent agency, we can shop different coverage options for you. Stop by our office on Old K61 in Inman or give Cody Moores or myself a call today at 620-585-2128 or check us out online at ag360insurance.com.
Controlling your own weather can be easier than controlling anything else these days. This is Julie with RC Heating and Cooling. With a well-working cooling and heating system, you can be in control of your indoor weather at home. With so many things out of our hands, it's a good feeling to have a bit of stability. Call RC for a free estimate on new cooling and heating equipment. Call RC when your unit isn't up to par. Call RC to stay comfortable in any weather. Call RC 241-2787.
Some people think the daily moves of the market make stress inevitable when it comes to investing. Hi, I'm Brad Seibel, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. One stress reducer is to have a plan and stick with it during the market's ups and downs. Here's another. Periodically rebalance your investments to align with your needs and risk comfort, and have a good financial advisor to sit down and talk to. Contact me at 620-241-6033. Keeping your investments under control can help keep your emotions in check. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back into Wellington High School as the lights have gone dark, which they do on purpose. They have an intro video ready for Wellington. And as I'm going to mention, speaking of the video, the scoreboard that they have is not on an actual, scoreboard that you see at a normal arena. Those are on, but I think those are acting as a backup. There are video boards on one baseline and one on the other as well that also act as the scoreboard and the timer as well on this contest. It'll also show players, points, and fouls for each team, and also team fouls and bonus stuff as well. So yeah, they're showing an intro video for Wellington right now as we speak. The students and the band in their wideout having the phone flashlights on as they will turn the lights back on when the starting lineups are announced. They already announced McPherson's. They normally go one team and then another, but they go McPherson's first and then they're going to go with Wellington's. I can't read you what the starting lineups are because I cannot see unless I turn on my phone flashlight, so that sounds about right. Here are the starting lineups for McPherson, brought to you by Ag 360 Insurance. They are 5'6" senior guard number 3, Ellie Bauer. 5'6" junior guard number 10, Marin Sandbo. 5'5" sophomore guard number 21, Riley Whitfield. 5'9" junior forward number 12, Brooke Doyle, and 5'8" sophomore guard number 22, Piper Alvord. Again, that's Bauer, Sandbo, Doyle, Whitfield, and Alvord. For the Wellington Crusaders here at home, they are 6' junior number 10, Lindy Barton. 5'9" sophomore number 3, Drew Zika. 5'10" senior number 4, Britt Zika. 5'8" sophomore number 24, Kirsten Gregory, and 5'8" senior number 33, Valerie Norwood. Again, those starting fives for Wellington are Bauer, Drew Zika, Britt Zika, Gregory, and Norwood. Starting lineups are brought to you by Ag 360 Insurance as the lights just went on and I almost went blind. Ag 360 Insurance is here to partner in your legacy. Contact agents Darren Eddy or Cody Moores in Inman. McPherson in their road red unis, red jerseys, red shorts, white lettering and numbering on the front and back, spelling McPherson above the numbers. And Wellington in their home whites, white jerseys, white shorts, a darker shade of red, lettering and numbering on the front and back. I believe it spells Wellington above the numbers. I have their backs are to me, so I can't read that quite yet, but the lights are back up and everything is just about ready here at Wellington High School. Nope, it says Crusaders above the numbers. Uniforms brought to you by McPherson Laundry. Just like the teams on the floor, McPherson Laundry can help you look like a winner. McPherson Laundry, it's where to take your clothes. Number 1, Wellington. Number 9, McPherson. A chance to state on the line. Toss of the tap won by Wellington. They'll go from left to right as we view the floor as we are underway for the Sub-State Championship. Drew Zika, top of the circle, left side to Britt. Inside, it's Barton. Back out near side. Wellington slowing the pace. Again, no shot clock in the postseason. On the drive, inside, ball knocked loose, out of bounds. It will stay with Wellington. Good defense by Brooke Doyle on that possession. Crusaders get it back, though, just 21 seconds in. They'll inbound on the baseline. McPherson did a good job not finding or not help. Wellington didn't really get a good shot on that one. They didn't get an open shot. That's something that they're going to try to focus on, closing out on the shooters. This is not a terrific shooting team from distance. I take it back. Britt Zika just hit a 3 on the far corner. She is the all-time leader in three-pointers made in a career. She's a senior, and she got that as a junior. It's 3-0 Wellington here in the early going. McPherson against full court pressure, their first offensive possession of the game. They cross midcourt. Chana defense, ball is out of bounds as it goes to me, and it'll go back to McPherson as I caught the ball on the near side. Probably won't be the last time I do. McPherson to play it in. They will in the backcourt to Marin Sambo. McPherson with the ball on the near side. Crusaders, a really good, heavily defensive team. This is a team that averages, I want you to pause for a moment as I say this, 24 points allowed per game. On the near side, Doyle will drive baseline, backing down. Whitfield spots up a 3, too strong. Long rebound, Wellington gets it back. 3-0 Crusaders here early. High pass to Barton. Floater crawls off, rebounded by Whitfield. McPherson with it. Here come the Pups, still down 3-0. Whitfield on the run. Couple of fakes. Boy, she traveled, and that will be called on the far side. She took 3 steps with a little Euro step, but she'll smile about it on the other end. I will say for Wellington, that's a really loud student section, which you like to hear, but if you're just a casual fan, but what I love more is this support for girls basketball. That is incredible. On the drive, inside, Barton lays it in. That was a good feed. I believe that was Kirsten Gregory, who's back this year after missing her entire sophomore year with an ACL injury. McPherson with the ball into the front court. Down 5-0, 2 minutes in. Doyle on the near side, guarded well in the perimeter, about 40 feet out from the bucket. Picks up her dribble, she needs help, needs to give it up. Will she? Yes, she does. Alvord had it poked off of her leg, she got it back though. Almost double dribbled, but they say it was tipped. McPherson still keeping possession. Doyle into the near corner for Alvord. Alvord with a right-handed dribble. Now she'll try to turn the corner, poke loose, and we'll have a reach-in foul called on Kirsten Gregory. Her first, team's first, as we see on the video board, not the normal scoreboard that you see. Again, we can tell it's turned on because of the little glimpses of a flash that you see on each panel, but it's not showing, the clock or the time or anything. Looks like that's mainly used as a backup, which makes sense. I mean, if you have a video board, especially at the high school level, use it. And if it works really well. Bounce pass is taken away. Kirsten Gregory across midcourt. Bauer then pokes it loose. It's stolen by Marin Sambo. Good defense by the Bull Pups on the other end, but then Brooke Doyle throws it away. McPherson will head to the bench to bring in Ellie Paulson. The Crusaders bring in 2. One of those being Cruz Cornejo, who returns. The other is Vivian Wright, a 5'11 freshman. Paulson checks in for Alvord. I don't know if you'll hear the substitution horn in the background. If you do, it kind of sounds like the horn at Madison Square Garden. Wellington with the ball up 5-0. Norwood, the D1 commit on the far end. 3 on the way. Cornejo misses. Norwood keeps it alive, but it's rebounded by another Crusader who then throws it away. Bauer then lost it out of bounds. Nope, it'll go back to the Crusaders. I thought it was tipped and it was going to go to McPherson, but nope, it's going to stay with Wellington. 5:01 left, opening frame, still 5-0 Wellington. 3 from Britt Zika, 2 from Lindy Barton. That's the scoring so far for the Crusaders. Norwood on the near side, dials up a 3, swish. Valerie Norwood makes it 8-0 Wellington. Timeout McPherson. 4:45 to go, first quarter. Before we take this timeout, a quick word from the Kansas State High School Activities Association. Your ticket to an athletic event is a privilege to watch students learn in the playing court. Unruly behavior is unacceptable in the classroom, and the sports arena is a classroom. Good sportsmanship is a lesson to be learned by players and spectators. Remember, sportsmanship provides the human touch. The Kansas State High School Activities Association, at Astra Radio, KMCP encourages you to make sportsmanship a primary concern as you support your chosen team. Back in 30 seconds from Wellington High School, you're listening to coverage of the Healthy Blue Kansas Road to a Championship presented by Thrive Allen County.
One bite, and you'll be hooked all over again. Because it's back and better than ever. Freddy's Deluxe Crispy Fish Sandwich. Made with succulent and flaky flounder. Topped with melted American cheese. Our signature sauce with a side of shoestring fries. It's the catch of the season. Order online, in the app, or just head down to Freddy's and see for yourself.
Get yours today at Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers in Hutchinson and McPherson.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
8-0 Wellington over McPherson here in the early going. 4:45 to go first quarter. Jensen Alexander checked in after the timeout that was called by McPherson as the Bullpups cross midcourt on the full court pressure. The sub-state championship on the 4A West girls side. The winner goes to Salina for the state tournament. Ball poked out of bounds. It'll stay with McPherson, but good defense by Vivian Wright. Checking in will be Ella Goodrum, a 5'11 senior. This is a very experienced group that Wellington has in this year's class. 4 seniors and a couple of other juniors. Whitfield with a crossover, lost the handle. She's gonna get called for a travel. No, foul came first. Foul came first. It's on the floor though. Foul on Vivian Ryder first. Eric Adams is getting an explanation from the official. Head coach Eric Adams for Wellington in his 12th year at Wellington with an overall record of 207 wins and 63 losses. Piper Alvord, Brooke Doyle check back in. Paulson almost walked on the near side. Whitfield with the ball, 4:15 to go. McPherson still has not scored, down 8-0. Alvord with a crossover, gets bumped, lost it. Norwood will track it down in the corner. Valerie Norwood, the Lindenwood commit. Far side, Britt Zika, back to Norwood, top of the key. Thought about shooting a 3. She already made 1. And instead, she'll give it up as they work the perimeter. Cornejo, top of the key. Zika, wide open 3, short. Almost crawled in, actually. Offensive rebound. Stick back will crawl off. Rebounded by McPherson. The lid on the rim, as that was not kind for Wellington on that possession. Whitfield turns the corner on Norwood, gets past her. Crossing over, trying to bounce it. Ball on the deck. Alexander gets it back, but Paulson gets her shot blocked and out of bounds, and back to Wellington. Good effort by Jensen, but the Crusader defense came in late to block the shot away. 8-0 Crusaders. They get the ball back, 3.5 minutes to go, first quarter. The story's been the defense. The offense is about what we expected. It's not necessarily a high-powered offense that Wellington has, but it's the defense. Norwood misses a jumper on their hind end. Alexander the rebound. Paulson up ahead. Doyle fakes, shoots, and scores. McPherson finally on the board. And what a terrific effort move again by Jensen Alexander. And now a ball taken away. Marin Sandbo the steal. Up ahead of the floor. 1-on-2. Here's Alvord. Fakes, shoots. It crawls in. The up fake fooling the Crusaders twice in a row. And McPherson, just like that, cuts the lead in half. 8-4 Wellington, 2:50 to go first quarter. Right, far corner, open, faking Norwood, wide open, left wing 3, yes. Valerie Norwood, her second 3 of the game. 6 points for the senior. 11-4 Crusaders. Alvord far side, dumps it into Alexander on the baseline. Backing down, double team, needs help. Ball tipped and stolen by Drew Zika. On the run, right, inside, extra pass, layup, good, and 1. Ella Goodrum lays it in. Coach Kinnaman wanted to travel, not gonna get it. But Goodrum lays it in, and a foul called on Jensen Alexander. Ellie Bauer, Riley Whitfield back in for McPherson. Coach Kinnaman's going to talk things over again. He calls his second timeout of the game. We'll keep it here. It's just a 30-second timeout, but it's 13-4 Wellington with 2:18 to go in the first quarter. This coverage of Bullpup basketball is brought to you by Next Tech Wireless. Stream today's broadcast with the Ad Astra Radio app powered by Next Tech Wireless, where you can find the latest phones and devices at the best prices. We're brought to you by Pyle Law. If you've been injured at work or in a motor vehicle accident, call Pyle Law, 241-9000. Tom works to get the benefits you deserve. Coverage of Bullpup basketball also brought to you by Scooters Coffee. Nominate your mom for a chance to win a Scooters Coffee gift card. Sign up on the free Ad Astra Radio app. Scooters Coffee, be amazing. We also want to say that rebound by Alexander, which turned into a layup the other end for Piper Alvord, or correction to Brooke Doyle, is definitely worthy of being the Happy Egg Co. excellent play of the game. But an and one opportunity for Ella Goodrum, which she converts. 14-4 Wellington. Checking in now for the Crusaders will be Lindy Barton right back in for Goodrum. McPherson down 10, 2:15 to go first quarter. Deep pass across midcourt, cross-court feed, tipped, and Bauer will let it go. It'll stay with McPherson. As we'll see Valerie Norwood check back in. Only on the bench for maybe 30 game seconds, if that. 2:09 to go first frame. Wellington 14, McPherson 4. Playing it into the backcourt. Sandbo has to give it up as she was held defensively as McPherson works the perimeter. Doyle looking for help, far side. Bauer, the lone senior. Spins, needs help, finds Doyle. Doyle with an up fake, driving, poke loose on the deck. They dive for it. Zika finally gives it up. Norwood with a bounce pass. Somehow found Gregory, but they have to swing it back out. Zika, Norwood, wide open. Drew Zika, three. Misses, rebounded by Sambo. Got bumped, no whistle, and ball's going to be out of bounds, and they're going to give it back to McPherson. Looked like more of a makeup call because there was definitely a foul when Sambo had the ball poke loose, and it looked like it hit Sambo last, so makeup call. That's what I think. I kid, of course, no such thing as those. Inside, Alvord lost the handle, taken away, a dive for the ball, really not necessary by Barton. Here comes Crusader. You like the effort, though. Drew Zika, double bounce pass. Barton, far side Norwood, who has 6 early points. Good pass inside, and Barton, using her 6-foot frame, lays it up and in. 16-4 Crusaders, their largest lead of the game with 65 seconds to go first quarter. McPherson now working against a zone defense. Looks like a 3-2. Bauer double team, cross-court feed, Sandbo. Extra pass to Alvord, rather. Alvord looking for help, high pass, finding Sandbo in between the circles. Sandbo near side, Alvord steps up, fires a deep three. That's short, hit front rim, rebounded by Wellington. Correction, my apologies. 35 seconds to go first quarter. Wonder if they'll hold for the last shot. Nope. Britt Zika wide open for the free throw line. Misses the jumper. Rebound tipped out of bounds off of McPherson. They had the rebound poked loose and then rolled off the leg of Marin Sandbo. Jensen Alexander will check in for McPherson. And checking in for the first time will be Kylan Gregory. Okay, correction. I mentioned Kirsten Gregory was the one that missed time last year. Nope, that was Kylan Gregory. My apologies. And she does have a sleeve and a brace on her left leg as she missed the time last year with an ACL injury. Norwood on the drive, gets around the defenders, scoop layup goes in. 8 first quarter points for Valerie Norwood. 12 seconds to go in the quarter, McPherson down 18-4. 8 seconds for Whitfield, now Sandbo on the midcourt stripe. Ball tipped, Sandbo tracks it down, 3 seconds, they gotta do something. Whitfield, half-court heave is short, and that's the end of the first quarter, and Wellington up 18-4 over McPherson through 1 quarter of play. Second quarter coming up after this. We're back in 30 seconds from Wellington. You're listening to coverage of the Healthy Blue Kansas Road to a Championship presented by Thrive Allen County.
Your life is as unique as you are, so why should your celebration of life be just like everyone else's? Glidden Edgar Wiggins Funeral Home in McPherson will help you plan a service that's a tribute to your memory. John Wiggins and Chad Mitchell and the other familiar faces at Glidden Edgar Wiggins Funeral Home take the time to help personalize your service with video tributes, printed programs tailored to you, and a service that is truly a tribute to you.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
McPherson trailing against Wellington 18-4 after 1 quarter of play in the girls 4A sub-state championship. The winner going to Salina for the state tournament. McPherson allowed an 8-0 run to start off. They then cut the lead in half, scoring 4 straight, but then Wellington finished the first quarter on a 10-0 run. Ethics, integrity, and respect are values important in our daily lives. All of these important values are learned by participation in interscholastic activity programs. During competition, they are translated into one word: sportsmanship. Sportsmanship is one of the strongest educational lessons and lifetime values taught by interscholastic activities. A public service message from the Kansas State High School Activities Association, Ad Astra Radio, and KMCP. McPherson starts off the second quarter with the ball, working from right to left as we view the floor here courtside at Wellington High School. Bauer backing down her defender. They have to go back to the perimeter. Doyle on the near corner, guarded by Britt Zika. They swing it back outside. McPherson down 18-4. Doyle, 3, short, barely grazed the front rim, rebounded by Wellington. Kirsten Gregory near side for Britt Zika. Lost the handle, finds it again into Barton. Turns, shoots, misses, rebounded by Doyle. Here comes McPherson looking to push. Ellie Bauer on the near side to Sandbo. Now Bauer on the near end, back to Sandbo. Does a little pirouette move, trying to bounce it inside, but instead it's ripped away, taken by Zika. Britt Zika at that. Cross-court feed to her sister Drew. Getting a screen from Britt. Drew, top of the key. Norwood, wide open 3. Misses. Rebounded by Jensen Alexander. A minute into the second quarter, 18-4 Wellington. Whitfield, cross-court feed. Jensen Alexander on the near side. Stepping up, gets bumped, no whistle. Far side with the ball now, Whitfield. High pass, too high. It's headed for Doyle. It's taken away again by Kirsten Gregory. Deep pass, Zika. Eurostep, defender falls down, layup misses, but a blocking foul will be called on Jensen Alexander, which will be her second. And 2 free throws will come for Drew Zika. Zika is just a sophomore, but is an amazing athlete. As a freshman last year, won the state title in track and field in the high jump and 400-meter run. Yes, as a freshman last year. She hits the first free throw. Alvord checks back in. Checking in also for the first time will be Audra Sandbo and Jersey Alexander, a pair of freshmen. Second free throw, Drew Zika in and out, rebounded by Audra Sandbo. Audra did not play at all on Wednesday. Alexander did, but only for a handful of minutes, did not score in the win against Augusta. 19-4 Wellington, 6.5 minutes to go, first half. Alvord top of the key, Norwood guards her well. Top of the key, Whitfield on the run all the way home, tough layup, misses but a foul, and Riley Whitfield will go to the line for 2. They'll call this one on Norwood, her first, as Whitfield will go to the stripe. 19-4, Wellington with the lead. We do have a score update, by the way, between Bueller and Circle at the end of one. Bueller up by 4. 10-6 was the score after 1. Whitfield hits the first free throw. Whitfield looking to go 2 for 2. Nobody to rebound for McPherson. She does hit the second one, so Whitfield goes 2 for 2 at the stripe, and it's 19-6 Wellington. Crusaders with the ball. They cross midcourt right in front of us. Zika, left side for Norwood. Crossing over, gets inside. Albert tried to get a hand on it, but Norwood kept the ball and drove in to score on the run. 21-6 Wellington, under 6 minutes to go in the half. Jersey Alexander is knocked away and stolen. Britt Zika lost it. Alexander the steal. Jersey Alexander says right back at ya. Audra Sandbo into the corner near side. Now Whitfield. Stepping up as Crusaders working in a man-to-man. Ball poke loose, a dive for it. Whitfield got it back. Now Jersey Alexander gets bumped and a foul called as Alexander hits the deck. Second team foul on the Crusaders. Drew Zika will be called for the harm. And the Crusaders head back to the bench. Vivian Wright checks back in. So does Cruz Cornejo. They'll check in for Drew Zika and Kirsten Gregory. McPherson throws it into the backcourt. 21-6 Crusaders. 5.5 minutes to go in the half. Sandbo far side, Whitfield with an up fake. Back to Alexander on the right wing. Jersey Alexander near side. Bauer crosses over, lost the handle. It's taken away by Britt Zika. 3-on-3 break. Zika drives in, got past one defender, misses the shot, but a foul will be called, I believe, on Bauer. It will be, which is her first. So Britt Zika will go to the line for a pair. 5:16 to go in the second quarter. McPherson with just 6 points so far, 2 made buckets and 2 free throws. Credit the Wellington defense. First free throw rattles home for Britt Zika. 4 points for her so far on the game. As Brooke Doyle and Marin Sandbo will check in for Audra Sandbo and Jersey Alexander, I should say. So starting 5 on the floor right now for McPherson. Bauer, Sandbo, Doyle, Whitfield, Alvord. Second free throw good for Zika. She goes 2 for 2. 5 points for her on the contest. McPherson lost the handle out of bounds, and it's back to Wellington. And Wellington will get it back after the turnover. That's one thing McPherson has struggled with on this year, but again, bear in mind this is a young team, but again, right back at him. Here's a steal. Whitfield tried to dump it up ahead for Bauer. It's out of bounds, and it should be McPherson ball. Yep, it is. Crowd behind me pleading for a foul, didn't see one. Here comes McPherson. Alvord far side, top of the key for Ellie Bauer. Now back right side for Alvord. Alvord lost the handle, out of bounds, tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with McPherson. 4:56 to go in the half. (23-6) Wellington with the lead over McPherson. Played into Doyle, who got bumped, no whistle. Whitfield to the near side. Sandbo gets a screen. They swing it around. Miscommunication, but Doyle tracks it down off the tip. Now McPherson keeps the ball. Alvord with the ball, right wing, near side. Sandbo, Bauer with it, near corner. Bauer on the drive, doubled up, needs help. McPherson still just working the ball around, trying to find any sort of opening. Sandbo with a crossover, far side Bauer. Bauer with a crossover again. Bounce pass, a reach-in foul will be called on Wellington. So that'll reset the play. What do they call this on? They called it on Lindy Barton, that's her first. Jersey Alexander comes right back in for Marin Sandbo. .422 to go in the first half. 23-6, Wellington leads over McPherson. Into the corner for Alvord. Alvord steps back, wanted a 3. Instead was doubled up, so they had to give it up. Bauer near side. Cross-court feed. Whitfield handoff Bauer. Fakes right side Alexander. Lost the handle, taken away by Norwood. Bounce pass up ahead, intercepted by Whitfield. 4 minutes to go in the half. McPherson still down by 17, 23-6 the score. Errant pass, Whitfield had it, and then it's knocked loose and taken away. Cornejo pushes near side, right, intercepted again by Whitfield, and then she turns it right back over. Zika hits the floater. Britt Zika gets it to go, and a timeout called by McPherson again. 3:40 to go first half. McPherson trailing 25-6. We're back in 30 seconds from Wellington. You're listening to coverage of the Healthy Blue Kansas Road to a Championship presented by Thrive Allen County.
Hey there, I'm James Dunlap from Farmers Alliance. Just like a winning sports team huddles up before the big game, we know that having a solid game plan in place ahead of time is key. At Farmers Alliance, we've got your back when it comes to protecting your loved ones before the unexpected strikes. Don't wait for a crisis to hit. Chat with your friendly, independent insurance agent today, whether you need to draft a plan from scratch or level up your existing one. Our Farmers Alliance team is here to prepare you for life's curveballs. Don't hesitate. Get in touch with your Farmers Alliance agent now.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
All Crusaders in the early going, 25-6 they lead, 3:40 to go here in the first half. Here at the Sub-State Championship, the winner goes to Salina for the state tournament. Wellington, the number 1 seed and the postseason ranked number 1 team in 4A as they finished the regular season 20-1. Bishop Miege, who's won 11 of the last 12 state titles in 4A, is number 4, ranked by the KBCA in their final rankings, which came out about a month ago. I'd like to thank our sponsors before getting back into play. Schmidt Electric, Act 360 Insurance, RC Heating and Cooling, Glidden Edgar Wiggins Funeral Home, Great Plains Federal Credit Union, Edward Jones, Art Shirt Gear for Sport, and McPherson Center for Health. McPherson with the ball, going into the front court after the timeout. Coach Kinnaman just has 2 left. Here's a 3, in and out, rebounded by the Crusaders. Here comes Wellington, pushing up the floor. Norwood drives, kick out near side. Zico lost the handle, stolen away. Good defense by Alvord. The efforts there on the defensive side. The offense just stymied by the Wellington defense so far. Alvord on the run, layup good. Piper Alvord using the speed to get around the defender. Her second bucket of the game. On the drive, floater misses, rebounded by Jersey Alexander. Here's a deep pass. It's going to be a one-on-one break. Marin Sandbo against Norwood. Sandbo misses the shot, but a blocking foul called on Norwood. She had her arms up and was on the move, so that's a correct call. And 2 free throws coming for Marin Sandbo. Norwood's second foul. 2:50 to go in the first half. McPherson trailing 25-8. Marin Sandbo, the junior at the stripe, hits the first free throw. Her first point of the game, as checking back in for the Crusaders will be Kirsten Gregory, and I believe Drew Zika checked back in too. No, correction, Lindy Barton. Audra Sandbo is at the scorer's table. Second free throw, Marin hits the free throw, so Audra will come in for Marin. So 1 Sandbo for another. (25-10) Crusaders. 2:45 to go first half. Wellington with the ball into the front court. Britt Zika with a right-handed waist-high dribble, just slowing down the tempo as they find an opening on offense. Hand off far side, Zika collects it as it was tipped by Sandbo, but the Crusaders keep. Right on the drive, steps back, fires, misses. Just about everything. Offensive rebound, shot up, miss, blocked by Alvord. Out of bounds, back to McPherson. What a play by Piper Alvord. Got all ball on the layup attempt. And McPherson looking to go on a run of their own. 25-10 they trail, 2:20 to go in the first half. Ellie Bauer across the red-painted midcourt stripe. Doyle, top of the key. Alexander on the run. Tried to give it up. It's taken away again. Another turnover. Here comes Wright on the move. Hands it off to Britt Zika. High pass at the low post. Tipped by Barton. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Wellington. Good defense by Bauer that trip as Val Norwood comes back in, but again with 2 fouls. So bear that in mind. Who's she going to check in for? She'll check in for Britt Zika. 2 minutes to go in the half, 25-10 Crusaders. Norwood does lead all scorers with 10. They play it into her, back into the corner. Nope, they're going to go back inside. Turning, shooting, missing is Barton, rebounded by Doyle. Good defense. They also got the good closeout on Norwood earlier in the possession, and that's what made that stop happen. McPherson down 25-10, 1:45 to go in the half. Alvord poked out of bounds, reach-in foul called. It was an errant ball that ended up hitting an official in the head. Of course, on accident, that is the 5th team foul. So free throws coming for Piper Alvord. They are in the bonus, so they are shooting free throws. And Alvord to shoot 2. McPherson looking to build off, currently on a 4-0 spurt, make it 5-0 as Alvord hits the first free throw. 7 points for the sophomore. McPherson will have their starting 5 on the floor. Marin Sandbo comes back in for Jersey Alexander. Second free throw misses, though, for Alvord. 25-11 Wellington, 1:40 to go. 100 seconds in the first half. Here's a 3 on the way that misses. Offensive rebound, though. Barton nearly got away with an over the back, and now a missed hook shot by Zika, rebounded by McPherson. They're on the move. Doyle lost it, on the ground for it, the only player to dive for it. What a play for Brooke, but she lost it. Wellington gets it back. Norwood with a crossover, finds an opening, but passes up the open layup for a three. That's good for Kirsten Gregory. The effort's there for McPherson. Again, as I mentioned, Doyle was the only player on the ground on that last possession, but they still trail by 17 as the offense just has not had an answer. 50 seconds to go, first half. Alvord on the drive, gets a screen, shot blocked, foul called, and Alvord's going back to the line. Foul called on Drew Zika, her second. And Piper Alvord going back to the stripe. Love that the fans behind me are complaining even though their team is up by 17. Make it 16. Alvord's first free throw's good. I felt that stare, the fan right behind me. I felt that. It's the home crowd behind me, which makes things not quite as easy. But the microphone picks up everything. I hope everybody knows that. Second free throw good for Piper Alvord. How about 7 points in the first half for Piper? It's 28-13 Wellington, 40 seconds to go first half. Kirsten Gregory on the drive, kick out far corner to Cornejo, who checked back in. Driving on Whitfield, 21 versus 21. Down goes Whitfield, and Cornejo gets the left-handed layup to go. 25 seconds to go first half, 30-13 Wellington. Doyle top of the key, far side for Whitfield. Gets a screen from Doyle's Euro step, shot misses, rebounded by Wellington. They'll hold for the last shot, 10 seconds to go in the half. And timeout will be called by Wellington. They'll want to talk things over. Don't know if nope, not in high school. It's not a use it or lose it, but head coach Eric Adams will use it though. And we'll take a timeout with them. We're back in 30 seconds here at Wellington. 8.2 seconds to go. Crusaders up 30-13 over the Bullpups. You're listening to the Healthy Blue Kansas Road to a Championship presented by Thrive Allen County.
Looking for a better way to bank? At Great Plains Federal Credit Union, we put you first. As a member owner, you get better rates, lower fees, and personalized service that big banks just can't match. Whether you're saving for the future, buying a home, or need a low-rate auto loan, we've got you covered. Join the local, not-for-profit credit union that works for you. Great Plains Federal Credit Union, where you belong. Visit GreatPlainsFCU.com or stop by one of our locations in Abilene, Salina, Hillsboro, or McPherson today.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
8.2 seconds to go in the first half. The Crusaders have a 30-13 lead over the Bullpups in the 4A Girls Sub-State Championship. Wellington, the number one team in 4A at 20-1 on the year, and McPherson. The effort has been there on both sides of the ball. It's just the issue has been the offense has not had an answer. Wellington will have the ball, will likely hold for the last shot of the half. 8.2 to go. They play it into the near corner. Cornejo, inside ball, lost, taken away, Bauer. Doyle with three, with two, just crossed midcourt. Sandbo out of bounds, but the clock's going to expire. They're going to let the half come to an end, and that's halftime. Wellington with a 30-13 lead at the half. The Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report is coming up next. You're listening to the Healthy Blue Kansas Road to a Championship presented by Thrive Allen County.
You're listening to the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report. Great Plains Federal Credit Union, placing people before profit. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. The McPherson Bullpups play here.
Show your Bullpup pride with apparel from Artshirt, Gear for Sport at 211 North Main, downtown McPherson. We offer a wide variety of apparel for everyone in the family, offering sizes from newborn all the way to 4X. We wish all the student athletes a safe and successful season. Go Bullpups!
Buy one iPhone 16 Pro Max and get one on Nextech Wireless. iPhone 16 Pro Max is powered by the A18 Pro chip and built for Apple Intelligence. Now available in 4 stunning finishes: black titanium, white titanium, natural titanium, and desert titanium. Which iPhone 16 Pro Max color will you choose? Stop by a location near you to take advantage of this amazing deal today. Next Tech Wireless, connecting Kansans.
It's halftime while the players are getting ready for the second half in the locker room. It's time to give you the Ad Astra Radio halftime report. Don't forget, we found out who half of the state tournament contenders are for basketball yesterday. You can view the full list of teams going to the state tournament next week on our website at adastraradio.com, as the second half of those contender teams will be decided by the end of the day today, and the full state tournament brackets will be released by the end of the weekend. So once again, be sure to stay tuned to adastraradio.com to see who makes it to the state tournament and what teams we will cover locally. Also, don't forget to stay tuned to the Big 12 this weekend. Both KU and K-State men's basketball conclude their seasons today, their regular seasons, I should say, as K-State is hosting number 10 Iowa State today with an early tip-off at 12:30, and KU hosting Arizona for their senior day today at 3:30. We'll give you the score updates as the day progresses on both of those games, but then again, that concludes the regular season for them both, as the Big 12 tournament will begin this upcoming week. We'll see if the Jayhawks and the Wildcats can get at least a first-round bye after the final Big 12 standings. Finally, there is some Kansas City Chiefs news, both good news and bad news regarding the wide receiver room for the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll start off with the bad news, as earlier this morning there was news about the last-year rookie wide receiver Xavier Worthy, as down in Austin, Texas, he was arrested on a felony domestic violence charge, which happens to be the second high-profile wide receiver from the Chiefs to face serious legal trouble in the state of Texas in less than a year, with Rashee Rice dealing from charges from last summer. The Kansas City Chiefs did officially tell reporters that they are aware of the situation and are looking into it. However, in a statement, Worthy's attorneys say that their client is innocent of the charge against him. But some good news with the Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver room, as they are bringing back free agent wide receiver Hollywood Brown. He is coming back on a one-year deal worth up to $11 million. Last year, he joined the Chiefs as a free agent, but he could not really make the impact that he would have liked to after suffering an injury on the very first play of the preseason last year. But after having surgery, he returned to play in 2 regular season games and then in all 3 of the postseason games as well, and he'll look to make a bigger impact with the Kansas City Chiefs this upcoming season. That's your halftime report. We have more basketball coverage coming up after this as part of the Healthy Blue Kansas Road to a Championship presented by Thrive Allen County.
Warm weather is around the corner, and so are the outdoor projects. Whether you're reimagining your backyard or transforming a few acres into a field of dreams, make it easy with the John Deere Compact Utility Tractor from Prairie Land Partners. And for a limited time, get 0% financing on all compact utility tractors. Don't wait. Start building your dreams today at prairielandpartners.com. Offer ends April 30th, 2025. Some restrictions apply. See Prairie Land Partners for details.
Prairie Land Partners.
No need for luck with MTC Fiber Internet. Switch today and enjoy fast, unlimited internet, fast and reliable speeds, unlimited data, whole home coverage, and 24/7 support. For more information or to sign up for service, stop by your local MTC office in Little River, Lyons, Marquette, McPherson, or Sterling. Call 877-216-9951 or visit mtcforme.com.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back into the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report as McPherson trails Wellington 30-13 in the sub-state championship game. As McPherson, they just struggled on the offensive end. The defensive effort has been there. The offensive end has just been kind of a struggle for them in this one so far. They couldn't have much of an answer against Wellington's really tough and tenacious defense. But again, effort has been there on both sides of the ball. They're getting in passing lanes. They're going to the floor. They're the first ones on the floor diving for the loose balls. So this is a very, very good effort team. It's just, you know, the offense has not had an answer yet for McPherson. For the Bull Pups, there are 13 points on the game, or so far in this game. Only one player has over half of them. That's Piper Alvord, the sophomore. She has 7 points so far, and then 2 points from 3 different players. The only other field goal made on the game was by Brooke Doyle, which was a layup. 2 free throws from Aaron Sambo, 2 free throws for Riley Whitfield as well, to give them each 2 points. For Wellington, their leading scorer is Valerie Norwood with 10. 4 points for Lindy Barton, 7 points for Britt Zika, 3 points apiece from Kirsten Gregory and Ella Goodrum, 2 from Cruz Cornejo, and 1 from Drew Zika on the game. 30-13, Wellington leads at halftime over McPherson in the Sub-State Championship game. We'll have more coming up next. We'll try to get you some score updates from around the state as well as we continue the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report. You're listening to the the Healthy Blue Kansas Road to a Championship presented by Thrive Allen County.
More of the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report is coming up after this. Next, we'll recap tonight's first half stats. Your home for the McPherson Bullpups is 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
We're Stematic of Central Kansas, with a new location at 209 North Main in downtown McPherson. We are here to help, offering water, fire, and smoke restoration, mold remediation, carpet and upholstery cleaning, as well as hard surfaces like LVP, tile, and even grout cleaning. Honey, don't forget about the places you can't see, like air ducts and dryer vents. Find us on Facebook or online at stematicofcentralks.com for a free estimate.
Honey, don't forget
to see how Stematic of Central Kansas can help you.
Honey, don't forget.
Call Stematic, you'll be ecstatic.
Whether you want a small home remodel or need repairs done or have a brand new build project in mind, Erickson Custom Building is your choice. All of us at Erickson Custom Building would like to thank our customers for 20 years of business and friendship. Brian and the crew at Erickson have spent those years developing excellent customer service and quality leadership for all types of projects, big or small, traditional or trendy. When your project is finished, it will reflect your vision for quality and follow-through that exceeds your expectations, not your budget. Call Erickson Custom Building or find us on the web at ericksoncustombldg.com.
Life's better when you're under our roof because our agents can help you choose insurance to help protect what matters most. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family could have the help they need to continue to pursue their dreams.
Visit your local American Family Insurance agent, Steve Barr, at 807 North Main, McPherson.
Products not available in all states. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
American Family Insurance.
Midway Motors offers the most convenient way to service your vehicle with our pickup and drop-off service. Multi-point inspection video texted to you so you can see what the technicians are seeing, handy text approvals of proposed work, and even the option to pay through text. And if you decide it's time to sell your vehicle, we can appraise your vehicle and let you know what it's worth. Schedule your hassle-free service appointment today at midwaymotors.com. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
1 half down, 1 to go as we crown a sub-state champion in just 16 more game minutes. Wellington with the lead over the McPherson girls, 30-13 in the 4A sub-state championship. Again, we'd like to give a special shout out Sherry Bruce in the studio and Mitchell Bruce at manning the live stream, who's actually opposite of where I'm seated. So it can be a little bit difficult, being on the complete other side of the gym. So if you are watching the video live stream, you see this weird-looking guy that's in front of the fans on the other baseline, right in front of midcourt. Yep, that's me calling the game. McPherson looking to turn things around, get an offensive barrage going, see if they can go on a run to start off the second half and try to mount a comeback and pull off a stunner against Wellington. Wellington looking to close things out and make it to the state tournament for the 8th time in school history, the 4th in a row, as their revenge tour will look to continue. Wellington will have the ball to start off the second half. They'll work from right to left as we view the floor here courtside at Wellington High School. On the near side with the ball, Britt Zika, high pass, deep catch, Barton lays it in. That was just about as smooth as it could get. Britt Zika with a high pass to the low post, and on the runs, Barton was able to lay it in with ease. Again, taller than any other player on both teams. McPherson's tallest players are at 5'9". Brooke Doyle with the ball near midcourt as we have a lot of people walk in front of me, so hopefully I can figure out where everything's going. On the far side, Alvord almost lost the ball, but they get it back. Now Whitfield on the near side, Sandbo. Sandbo on the run, driving, floating, missing, rebounded by Wellington. On the drive, a tumble, but a blocking foul called on Ellie Bauer as Kirsten Gregory tried to drive in and scoop the shot up and in, and a foul called on Bauer. Going to the line for 2 will be the aforementioned Gregory. Two free throws for Kirsten. First one is good. 4 points for her on the game. And it's a 20-point Crusader lead. Second free throw. Misses short. Rebounded by Piper Alvord. 7 minutes to go, third quarter. Ball tip, and a foul will be called for reaching in on Kirsten Gregory, trying to reach after a loose ball, making contact in the process. McPherson to throw it into the backcourt as they'll go from left to right to start off this second half. Sandbo on the near side across midcourt, looking to give it up, and does. Whitfield had it poke loose. They can go in the backcourt to pick it up, and they do. Sandbo has it on the near side. Sandbo picks up the dribble. Now here comes Whitfield, top of the key, kick near side into the corner. Doyle got it off a deflection. Turning the corner, Doyle, cross-court feed, Bauer with a fake. Bauer stopping on the near elbow, looking for help, finds it. Sandbo turns, near side for Bauer. On the drive, here comes Whitfield, shot up, blocked, but a foul called, and Whitfield will go to the line for two. Foul on Drew Zika. She's got 3 fouls on the game, as Whitfield will look to shoot two. First free throw for Whitfield is good. 3 points, all of which at the charity stripe, as Ellie Paulson will check in for Brooke Doyle. 6:26 to go, third quarter. Second free throw, Whitfield got it to go. Perfect 4 for 4 at the charity stripe is Riley Whitfield. Riley's a sophomore, bright future ahead of her. 33-15 Wellington. Norwood near side for Britt Zika for the Crusaders. Zika on the drive, doubled up along the baseline. She tight ropes. Norwood crosses over inside. Barton lost it. Oh, we have a foul called on the floor on McPherson. And it'll be on Bauer. Now she has 3. Each team with 2 fouls apiece in this third quarter, as Jensen Alexander will come in for Bauer. .608 to go, third quarter, 33-15 Wellington. They play it in. Zika fires a 3 and hits it. Britt Zika again, her second 3 of the game, and she has 10 points. 36-15 Wellington. Alvord across midcourt, turns the corner. McPherson down by 21. Alvord lost it. Here's a steal for Wellington. On the drive all the way. Drew Zika misses. Barton the rebound. Gives it up. Tough shot up. Misses way short. And a fight for the ball. It was kicked by a Crusader, and it's going to go back to McPherson. Not often do you see a kickball turnover, but we just saw that, because the ball was rattled around. Kirsten Gregory put her foot up to kick it, and back the other direction it goes. Jersey Alexander back in, so was Audra Sandbo for McPherson, replacing Paulson and Alvord. Alexander picks up her dribble, kicks it near side to Sandbo across midcourt. Sandbo driving, high pass intended for Jensen Alexander, but it's tipped and stolen. Cross-court feed, Zika inside, Barton back to Zika. Now Norwood, back to Zika, wide open 3. That's way short. Didn't use any leg on that jump shot. Rebounded by Alexander. On the run she goes, 2-on-2. Crossover. Alexander throws it away. Turned over and stolen by Drew Zika. Here's a deep pass. Barton on the run. Layup misses. Rebounded by McPherson. Nothing's fallen for either team. Here comes McPherson the other direction. Alexander discards the defender. Shot up, won't go. Rebounded by Wellington. Near side, Gregory almost called for a carry. Now on the drive, tight roping the baseline, kick into the corner. Somehow they keep it alive. Norwood was wide open but didn't fire. Now ball poked loose, take it away. Audra Sandbo on the run, one-on-one all the way home, but she missed the layup. Rebounded by Norwood, who then gets fouled to finally slow everything down. Will they whistle this one on? It's on Jersey Alexander. Her first foul, team foul number 3, as the Crusaders will bring players off the bench. They'll bring in Cruz Cornejo and Ella Goodrum. Wellington with a 21-point lead, 36-15, 4.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Clock has not started. Now it does, about 5 seconds too late. Here comes Wellington on the other direction. Far side, Norwood with a crossover. Crosses again, inside, doubled up, needs help as Sandbo comes in to poke the ball away. And it's a jump ball, the arrow to McPherson. Good job by the Bullpup defense. Again, as I've said, the effort's been there. It has. They just have no effort. They have no answer on offense. We'll have a timeout called, believe. It is called by Wellington. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Farmers Alliance, McPherson High School Booster Club, Next Tech Wireless, McPherson College, Erickson Custom Buildings, Thematic of Central Kansas, Star Automotive, Hometown Outdoor Power, Crop Lumber, Happy Egg Hospice and Home Care of Reno County, and Scooters Coffee. We'd also like to thank our sponsors, Next Tech Wireless. Stream today's broadcast with the Ad Astra Radio app powered by Next Tech Wireless, where you can find the latest phones and devices at the best prices. Coverage of Bullpup basketball is brought to you by Pyle Law. If you've been injured at work or in a motor vehicle accident, call Pyle Law at 241-9000. Tom works to get the benefits you deserve. We're also brought to you by Scooters Coffee. Nominate your mom for a chance to win a Scooters Coffee gift card and be named the Scooters Coffee Mom of the Game. Sign up on the free Ad Astra Radio app. Scooters Coffee, be amazing. 36-15, Wellington with the lead over McPherson. 4:22 to go, third quarter. McPherson in the backcourt against pressure. Looks more like three-quarter court pressure, not necessarily full court. Norwood pokes the ball loose, then gets the steal. On the run, Norwood lays it in. 12 points for Val on the game, which leads the Crusaders. Pokes at the ball against Alexander. She needs help. Looking, finally, Sandbo deep pass. Alexander will cross midcourt. Now Alexander on the run inside. Paulson, layup good. Ellie Paulson, her first points of the game. First of the postseason as well for Ellie. 38-17. On the other end, Wright for three. Got it. Vivian Wright with her first points of the game. And it's a 24-point lead now, largest of the game. Norwood will be called for a foul for reaching in. That's her third. 41-17, Crusaders over the Bullpups. Riley Whitfield, Ellie Bauer check back in. So does Piper Alvord. So starting five on the floor for McPherson. Also Kylan Gregory checked in for Britt Zika for Wellington. Alvord on the near side with a hesitation move. Kick out top of the key as they swing the rock. Under 3.5 minutes to go, third quarter. On the drive, Doyle into the corner. Alvord tries a three, misses. Rebound fought for. Doyle on the dive, gets it back. What a play by Brooke. Whitfield on the near side. Top of the key, kick out left side. Doyle on the run. Doyle fakes a couple of times. Now spins the other direction. Here's Sandbo. Into the corner near side, Alvord. Lays it up. Oh, it crawls in and one. What a shot by Piper Alvord. On the run, got hit, scooped it home, and a chance for a three-point play. Piper with 9 points on the game. Looking to make it 10 for the young sophomore. Up and in. She converts on the and one. What a play for Piper Alvord. 41-19, Wellington with the lead. Zika will check back in for Valerie Norwood. I didn't see if the foul was on her. If it is, she's got 4. I'll have to double check when she checks back in because they have the foul totals on the video board that they have here at Wellington High School. Top of the key, Cornejo stops at the right elbow, now steps back into a triple, rattles it home. Cruz Cornejo from downtown with 3 points to get those back that they lost. 44-20, Crusaders with the lead. Whitfield, far side, Doyle, she'll try a three. Misses off the heel, rebounded by Wellington. Looking to push. Pass inside, near side actually. Wright did not have the angle on it, so she retreats. Britt Zika now top of the key for Gregory. Cross-court feed, far side, Cornejo. 2:10 to go, third quarter. 24-point lead for Wellington. On the near side, Britt Zika with a crossover. Pull-up jumper for two, rattles it home. 12 points for the Fort Hays State commit. The future Tiger now has 12 points. 46-20, under 2 minutes to go in the third. Whitfield steps back on the far side, now into Doyle, and we'll have a reach-in foul called on Kylan Gregory, her first. 4 players for Wellington will check in. Ellie Paulson will come in for McPherson, but first things first, that foul put McPherson in the bonus, so 2 free throws for Brooke Doyle, who went 10 for 11 at the stripe on Wednesday in the win against Augusta. First free throw is good. So you have 4 players checking in, those being Norwood, Barton, Drew Zika, and Kirsten Gregory. Britt Zika, the only Crusader staying on the floor, so the starting 5 in for Wellington. Second free throw good for Doyle. She goes 2 for 2. 4 points on the game for Brooke as Ellie Paulson will check in. 46-22 Wellington. This may be a strategy McPherson boys go with. Try to put Wellington up by 30 at the end of the third quarter so they can go to a running clock in the fourth and right out of here. Near side with the ball on the drive. Step back jumper is good. A 3 by Kirsten Gregory. And it is a 27-point Wellington lead, 49-22. Whitfield on the run. Gets bumped on the drive. Layup. Missed but a foul. And Riley Whitfield, who looked like got hit on the mouth, will go to the line for 2. Foul called on Lindy Barton, her second. Teams can't say exactly how many on the team because they have 5 fouls, actually. 2 free throws for Riley Whitfield. First free throw is good. McPherson's been pretty good at the stripe today. This is something that they, struggled with in the early part of the season. A lot of things that they really struggled with in the early part, they've started to shine a little bit more as of recent. As the second free throw rattles home for Whitfield. Now, unfortunately, the turnovers have been a factor still, and the really experienced defense by Wellington has really not given McPherson any answers on the offensive end. Norwood with the ball near side, steps into a long 2, swish. The D1 commit at Lindenwood in St. Louis, part of the Ohio Valley Conference. She got that to go. She was the 4A Player of the Year last year. On the drive, here comes Whitfield, floater good. Bring in your starters, Wellington. Well, McPherson's going to fight back. It's still a 25-point game, but they're going to play for as long as they would like. No running clock yet, of course. Britt Zika hits a 3, though. Well, Wellington just knows how to shut me up, don't they? 54-26, 30 seconds to go, third quarter. We'll see if McPherson will hold for the final shot of the quarter. Sandbo with a bounce pass near side. Now Doyle on the run. Turns, steps up, shoots, blocked, taken by Wellington with 15 seconds to go. Here's a tip pass, but it finds Norwood off the bounce. She'll step into a long 2, misses, and we'll have a foul over the back called on Kirsten Gregory, which will be her third, and Ellie Bauer will go to the free throw line with 6.7 to go in the third quarter. Again, third foul called on Gregory. That is the third Crusader with 3 fouls. So something that Wellington will want to clean up should they run out of here and go to state. It's the foul trouble. Bauer misses the first free throw, though, went in and out. Riley Whitfield and, well, I almost said Riley Whitfield, Piper Albert each time with 8. Piper has 9. They have that incorrectly on the scoreboard. Second free throw goes in for Bauer. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Drew Zika, Norwood in the corner. 3, misses short, and that's the end of the third quarter. McPherson is down by 27, but no running clock yet as we go to the fourth. And we're back after this in 30 seconds from Wellington High School. 54-27 Wellington. You're listening to the Healthy Blue Kansas Road to a Championship presented by Thrive Allen County.
At Farmer State Bank, we have a lot more than money invested in this community. We've invested our time, our interest, our heritage. If you're looking for financial advice or the best rates, Farmer State Bank is ready to help you grow your business, and that will help this community grow as well. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Head to your locally owned Scooter's Coffee for a sea salt caramelicious cake bite. Sweet meets salty in the perfect bite-sized snack. Scooter's Coffee. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Scooter's Coffee in Hutchinson, McPherson, Salina, and Abilene.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
3 quarters down, 1 to go here in the Sub-State Championship as McPherson trails 54-27. No running clock yet as we go to the 4th quarter as the Crusaders outscored McPherson in that 3rd quarter 27-14. But that was the highest scoring quarter for McPherson so far in this contest, and they are not giving an inch. We do have a score update for the another 4A girls game. That's Bueller and Circle. How about this? They're tied at 21 to end the 3rd quarter. So once this is done, may tune into that, or watch this live stream and open the Bueller live stream in another tab, but make sure you have their audio turned off. I kid, of course. Those are my bosses. But you'll want to listen to the rest of this game, though. McPherson talking things over. I think there's a discrepancy on the bench. I'm not sure. As Coach Kinnaman. No, right. No, it should be McPherson's ball. No, that's the thing, because they say Wellington's ball, but he's saying it should be McPherson's ball because the arrow at midcourt said McPherson. However, thinking about it, it should be Wellington. So Wellington with the ball. On the drive, Norwood gets bumped and a foul called on Piper Alvord. (54-27). Wellington with the lead and the ball. And again, if they score 3 unanswered, and we'll have a 5 count, and it'll go to McPherson. The student section cheering for something that's going on up there. I think they want to wave, but yep, they do want to wave. As we do have a timeout called on the floor, by the way. It's called by McPherson, I believe. We'll keep it here, though. It's just a 30-second timeout. School activities teach students discipline, teamwork, and dedication while providing them with structured, supervised learning activities. Encourage your child to participate in school activities. Participation opens the door to a lifetime of enjoyment and excitement. The Kansas State High School Activities Association, Ad Astra Radio, and KMCP encourages you to make activities and academics curriculum partners. 54-27. Okay, no, they just called. Okay, it was a Wellington timeout. No 5-second call. It was a Wellington timeout. So they have the ball back. Shot up, misses. Rebound fought for. Bauer tracks it down. Here comes McPherson the other direction. Alvord on the far side on the left wing. Now to Sandbo on the near side. Starting 5 on the floor. Defender falls down. We'll have a blocking foul called on Britt Zika, which is just her first, team's first of the quarter. 7:32 to go. 54-27 Wellington. 7:32 to go. Played into Doyle, cross-court feed, Sandbo. She'll dial up a 3. In and out. McPherson has not hit a 3 yet today. Wellington pushes the other direction. Norwood with a crossover, driving, ball poke loose. She puts a shot up that misses, but a foul. So she'll go to the line for 2 with 7:19 to go. Bauer called for her 4th. Two free throws for Valerie Norwood, leading scorer on the game with 14. Correction, second leading because Britt Zika leads with 15. Well, now they tie because Norwood hit the first free throw. Kylan Gregory will check in for Wellington. 55-27, 7:19 to go. Norwood with a second free throw, up and rolls off, rebounded by McPherson. Bauer got the rebound. McPherson with the ball on the near side. Doyle with a jab step. Doyle will drive. Cross-court feeds intercepted. Zika across midcourt on the near side. Another crossover. Driving. Alvord pokes it loose and taken by McPherson. Good defense by the Bullpups again. Even though they're down by 28. Here's a tip and a steal again the other direction. Goodrum almost double dribbled. Norwood on the right side. Alvord guards her. Norwood on the drive all the way home. Layup good. And that's it. That's the 30-point lead. So running clock the rest of the way. 6:39 to go. 57-27 Wellington. And McPherson will empty the bench. Believe, well, Wellington should any minute. 3 on the way, misses. Doyle tracks it down. Shot from behind, block. Saw arm contact, no whistle. But Bauer got it back. Cross-court feed, Alvord on the far side. Now to the top of the key, Sandbo, near side Bauer. Back to the left side, and a turnover. Back the other way it'll go. McPherson again will empty the bench. Audra Sandbo, Bryn Littlejohn, Carly Cooper, Amory Lowry, Jersey Alexander check in. Ella Goodrum checks out, but for whatever reason, head coach Eric Adams still has their 2 leading scorers in the contest. Now he's going to go down the bench and empty it, I think. 3 on the way, misses. Lowry the rebound. Lowry, deep pass. Here's Cooper crossing midcourt. Now far side, Sandbo. Bounce pass, Littlejohn, turns, shoots, and scores. Believe it or not, these are the first minutes for Littlejohn in the postseason, and 1 for 1 in the postseason she goes. As Coach Kinnaman giving a pep talk to the 5 starters. Just 1 senior on the varsity lineup. On the drive, foul called on the floor. Norwood goes down hard. Again, you got to think about Adams. You should probably take out the stars because you don't want them to get hurt. And okay, that's actually kind of funny. Wellington's student section has pizza boxes, Tony's Pizza boxes, to signify they're going to the Tony's Pizza Event Center. That's clever. I'll give him that. That's clever. It looks like what Coach Adams will do is 1 by 1 bring out starters as the 3 goes in for Kirsten Gregory so they can get their special applause on their final game here at Wellington High School, especially for the seniors Norwood and Britt Zika. Most recently, I believe we saw Goodrum sub out. Yep, we did because she's a senior. So he's going to do that 1 by 1. Kind of like that move. Lowry lays it up and in on the run. Amory Lowry, the young freshman, and we'll have a timeout. It'll be a substitution timeout. So nobody's going to the benches. It's just a substitution timeout. As they will sub out Cruz Cornejo, who's a junior. And now they are going to send everybody to the respective sidelines as a timeout called by Wellington. Full timeout. We'll take one with them. We're back in 30 seconds here at Wellington High School. Wellington up 60-31, 4:10 remaining. You're listening to the Healthy Blue Kansas Road to a Championship presented by Thrive Allen County.
Spring break, you know what that means? Summertime road trip! Oh, it's going to be so hot in the car. I hope the AC is working. We got our AC fixed at Jar Automotive, and you can too. Wow, we better call Jar to fix the AC in our car. Right now, Jar Automotive is having an early bird AC special. Beat the heat and take $50 off any air conditioning service before the summer rush. Call Jar today at 620-241-5194 or check them out online at jarautomotive.com.
Trust Jar with your car.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
4:10 to go. Crusaders up 60-31. They have a running clock the rest of the way, but for whatever reason, Crusaders keeping Zika and Norwood in the game, even though they are at risk of getting them hurt. Well, now they're going to have substitutions come in, as Ellie Bauer's going to come in as well for Audra Sandbo, so she can get her just desserts for checking out in a moment. Valerie Norwood will check out, actually. She'll get a hug from head coach Eric Adams. The only senior left is Britt Zika. 4:09 to go. Again, running clock the rest of the way, and that's exactly what will happen. 3 misses, rebound fought for, and out of bounds it'll go. So while we have that substitution, Audra Sandbo will come in for Ellie Bauer, and Bauer will get her standing O from the McPherson crowd that made the trip. Britt Zika will get the standing O from the Wellington crowd. Bauer kind of just runs in and laughs about it, giving a high five because she wanted to steal the spotlight. I like it, though. I like it. On the run, Wellington misses a layup and a hard contact and a foul called. It was on accident, though. Foul will be called on Drew Zika. She's got 4 fouls as Cooper hit the deck. McPherson looking to throw in quick again. Running clock, McPherson down 60-31 with 3:20 remaining. Jersey Alexander crosses over. Lost the handle, falling to the deck, and a foul called on the Crusaders. Who's this one on? Kirsten Gregory, that's her 4th. So the Crusaders will bring in 2 other players. Lindy Barton's coming in, who's a starter. But again, foul trouble. And they'll also bring in 2 players for the first time. Addie Schnell's one of them. Vivian Wright actually comes back in. My apologies. Inside, Sandbo, shot up, missed, rebounded by Kylan Gregory. Crusaders looking to push, near side for Wright. McPherson actually looks like Coach Kinnaman wants to bring the starters back in. On the drive, kick out near corner. Back to the near side, inside low post. Barton shoots and scores. Yeah, Coach Kinnaman, I have a feeling he's not thrilled that Coach Adams is playing his starters. So Coach Kinnaman's like, I'll do you one further. All but one starter at the scores table. Little John, 3, may have been blocked, rebounded, a dive on the floor for the ball, and we'll have a tie up. The arrow will keep it with McPherson. Everybody subs out as Marin Sambo, Brooke Doyle, Piper Alvord, Ellie Paulson, and Riley Whitfield will check in. So those starters are coming back in. I heard one fan behind me yell classless. Look in the mirror. Piper on the drive, top of the key, Doyle 3, rolls in. And now Coach Kinnaman will call a timeout so they can sub out collectively as this one dude behind me needs to chill out. 62-34 Wellington with 94 seconds to go in the ball game. We'll go ahead and take a, nope, we'll keep it here actually, 30-second timeouts. As we'll teach you about Rule 52 real quick with the Kansas State High School Activities Association. The Kansas State High School Activities Association is a nonprofit organization supported by 744 member schools. KSHA and its member schools promote, develop, and direct interscholastic activities to contribute to a well-rounded and meaningful educational experience. The positive values of competition and good sportsmanship for both participants and spectators are continually encouraged. A public service message from the Kansas State High School Activities Association, at Astro Radio and KMCP. 1:30 to go, 62-34 Wellington. Wellington plays it in. They have it driving. Barton, kick out near corner. A 3 on the way. Misses for Schnell. Rebounded by Schnell. Put back, crawls in. Yeah, it's a good point. They have 2 players that they could not bring in, but a starter's on the floor for Wellington. Cooper, deep 3, misses. Rebounded by Wellington. Yeah, McPherson, they're just putting up shots again because they know, yep, the season's pretty much done, but only one senior on this team. She's having some fun. The Bullpups are having some fun. Hey, why not? Barton shoots one up and in. Everybody's sharing a laugh. I love that, though. There's no sorrow on this team. Cooper for 3, misses short. Boy, I love that so much. Oh my, I can't get enough of it. There's no sorrow. There are no tears except tears of laughter. I love it. I love it. That is awesome. 25 seconds to go in the game, and Wellington will pretty much just run out the clock as Wellington will ride their way to Salina with a victory today and look to continue their revenge tour. 7 seconds to go in the game, and Wellington is going to win this one. The final score will be McPherson falling here today to end the season. Wellington 66, McPherson 34. The Bullpup Locker Room Show is coming up next. You're listening to the Healthy Blue Kansas Road to a Championship presented by Thrive Allen County.
Coverage of Bullpup basketball continues next with the Bullpup Locker Room Show. Stay tuned as we name tonight's play and player of the game. The McPherson Bullpups play on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Take your game to the next level at McPherson College, home to KCAC champions, NAIA All-Americans, and champions of character. McPherson College is a growing campus with expanded athletic facilities, updated dorms, and a new student center opening in 2025. Learn about our 40-plus majors and pre-professional programs, scholarships, and graduating without debt at macbulldogs.com. Your journey to greatness starts here. It's a great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm Jared, inviting you to Krupp Lumber in Heston to check out our Milwaukee line of tools and outdoor power equipment. Milwaukee is the top manufacturer of tools and equipment trusted by woodworkers, electricians, do-it-yourselfers, builders, and other professionals. I invite you to come to Krupp Lumber in Heston to check out our impressive selection of Milwaukee tools to help you finish your jobs more efficiently. Ask about our in-state delivery. Check us out at krupplumber.com. Krupp Lumber, service is our specialty.
Bullpup fans, want to make a real difference in McPherson? Join the Bullpup Booster Club today. The Bullpup Booster Club proudly supports all student programs and activities, helping our teams, clubs, and organizations succeed. Your membership helps fund uniforms, equipment, and so much more for our students. By supporting the Booster Club, you're backing all the Bullpups. Visit bullpupbooster.com to join today. Together, we're stronger. Go Bullpups!
From spring planting to landscaping and fall cleanups to winter snow removal, LS Tractor is your warmest pack tractor for all seasons. Our universal skid steer quick attach system makes switching out attachments a breeze, and our tough heavy lifting loaders give you added strength for any job. Start with reliability and power, stay for a wide range of capabilities, attachments, and implements. Get more features for less money. Start blue, stay blue with LS Tractor. Visit Moundridge Tractor, where customer service has been our business since 1985.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome into the Bullpup Locker Room Show. McPherson falls on the road against Wellington in the Sub-State Championship. 66-34 was the final score here on the road. McPherson's season will end at 10-12, while Wellington will improve to 21-1 as they win their third straight Sub-State Championship and will head to Salina. McPherson just did not have a whole lot of offensive answers against this Wellington squad, but the effort was there without a doubt. The fun was there without a doubt. I raved and raved and raved over the fact that usually in the closing seconds of a season, you see, members of the team, crying. They're upset that the season came to an end, but they were having fun, joking around, everybody as friends, even the coaches, all the players, and everything. If there were tears of laughter. And that's what I loved to see from this McPherson group, and what a way that it was able to turn around. Even though McPherson got the loss, the spirits are not dead whatsoever for McPherson High School girls basketball. Very young team, as of course they only lose one senior in the varsity lineup. They had two seniors overall on the roster. Ellie Bauer, the lone senior that they'll lose on the varsity roster on the year. Also Ashton Hampton, who's incredible as well, as we wish both of those seniors the best of luck moving forward. But yeah, very young group that really dug deep at the end of the season. They had a 4-game win streak towards the end, and an early part of the season that really seemed bleak when things were definitely on the downward trajectory. Boy, did the effort, the defensive effort, shoot their way up, and McPherson closed off the season a lot better than they started it. It stinks that their season comes to an end tonight, but man, put all your stocks into McPherson girls basketball, because if this effort continues into the years to come, this is going to be a tough team to stop, 100%. The inexperience was just, the difference in this year, which is unfortunate. It was definitely there, but other than that, this is a good group. This is a really good group. The scoreboard does not tell the tale of what this group absolutely means to McPherson High School. So it's just there should not be any sort of ill will against this McPherson team. This team is absolutely remarkable. The effort that they showed was second to none, I think. I would assume they had more floor burns than anybody in the state. They definitely had more floor burns tonight. I'll tell you that much. McPherson definitely had more floor burns tonight than Wellington did. They dove for all the loose balls here tonight before Wellington did. It's just the final score. McPherson fell 66-34 here on the road. And again, the season comes to a close here today. Let's give you the scoring numbers. McPherson, their leading scorer, I believe, was Riley Whitfield. I forgot to add all that up before the break, but Riley Whitfield did have a great game. She had 8, or correction, Piper Albert had 10. She led all scores. Piper Albert finished with 10 points on the contest, and then 8 for Riley Whitfield, 4 for Brooke Doyle on the game. 2 apiece for Bryn Littlejohn and Amory Lowry, I should say, and then Ellie Bauer finished with 1 point in her final game. for Wellington. It's just their offense was just on another universe at times, but it was not their best offensive performance. Let me tell you that much. 66 points, that's actually about their average. So for a team for a number 9 seed going up against them, allowing just about their average, actually a little bit lower than their average, pretty impressive. That's pretty good. That's impressive. So tough one for McPherson as they fall again here today by a final score 66-34 against Wellington. Wellington stays the number 1 team in the state as they'll look to continue their revenge tour into the Tony's Pizza Event Center, as we'll see who can finally dethrone Bishop Miege. If I have my bet for who could, it's Wellington. They definitely could this year. But McPherson's seen both teams. I will say, who played better against McPherson between Wellington and Bishop Miege? I don't want to say it. I think it was Miege. I think it was. But we'll see come next week. We'll see how that will turn around once again. Again, McPherson falls today 66-34 on the road to close out the season, as McPherson season will end at 10-12 on the year, while Wellington will go to Salina for the state tournament at 22-1. Again, the number 1 team in 4A. They likely, more than likely, I say more than likely, they'll get the number 1 seed in the tournament in Salina this upcoming week when the brackets are released. We'll see if we can talk to head coach Clint Kinnaman coming up right after this. You're listening to the Healthy Blue Kansas Road to a Championship presented by Thrive Allen County.
Your home for McPherson Bullpup Basketball. Find exclusive stories and streaming audio online at adastraradio.com or download the Ad Astra Radio app. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Need secure storage for your RV or boat? Check out the brand new Countryside RV, Boat, and Self-Storage in McPherson. Located on 16th Avenue near Crable's Meats. We offer 15 by 50 fully enclosed storage units and covered outdoor storage. Call or text today at 620-755-6586. Countryside RV, Boat, and Self-Storage. Your storage solution. That's 755-6586.
Hungry? Heston Bakery and Cafe welcomes you for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and everything in between. They have an assortment of sandwiches, salads, soups, baked goods, specialty coffees, and desserts. Open 7 days a week, located in Heston. It's a convenient, comfortable space to meet friends and family. Ask about the catering options, too. Find them online at HestonBakeryandCafe.com to view the menu or order online.
Here's a bright idea. Make sure you put your pants on before leaving the house. Sure, it seems simple, but sometimes simple doesn't happen. At IdeaTech, we think it's simple to have real people who live in Kansas helping customers. We understand that not everyone in our industry agrees. Then again, not everyone puts on pants before they leave the house. We think it's important to get the simple things right. Putting our pants on and providing local customer service. Another bright idea from IdeaTech.
It's simple. Get IdeaTech fiber internet at ideatech.com.
When quality of care matters, let the compassionate and professional staff at Hospice and Home Care of Reno County serve you. We are committed to the well-being of our community because we are your neighbors and friends. We provide services such as home health, hospice, private duty, palliative care, and voice care. Count on us to provide your in-home health care services. Wherever you consider home, Hospice and Home Care of Reno County, your local not-for-profit agency serving a 50-mile radius of Hutchinson. We care how you live.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to Wellington High School's. The Bullpup girls fall today to end the season 66-34 against the Wellington Crusaders on the road. Again, close out the season as Wellington again wins Sub-State for the 3rd year in a row, and they will look to get the revenge tour here today, this year, and next week as they go into Salina for the 4A state tournament here in this one. The coaches have made their way out of the locker room. We'll see if Coach Kinnaman will make his way over here. I'm not quite sure as of yet, but they at least will talk to their fans, and their family members, I think, are here too. So, yep, Coach Clint Kinnaman will bring his way on over, and again, McPherson falls 66-34. Hard-fought battle, but McPherson, their season will come to a close here in this one as they fell to Wellington by a final score of 66-34 in this game, and the season will close at 10-12 on the season. Again, head coach Clint Kinnaman, his first year here at McPherson, as McPherson falls in this one. Now, scoreboard obviously was one thing, but I got to tell you the two things that I loved before I have you take over. One, effort was second to none. The floor burns, you definitely had more than Wellington in my mind.
Absolutely.
Two, man, I raved about this like towards the end of the game. Normally in the closing moments of a season, you see a lot of, pain and, a lot of tears on the bench. If there were tears of laughter with you and your team. I saw you and your team kind of joking around with each other, and that's not a, hey, we're happy the season's over. It's more of seemed more like a sense of pride and a sense of togetherness with this team. Man, I could not get enough of that, Coach.
We're a family. We've asked three things of our girls all year, and that was to play hard and play together and have fun. And, lots of tears in the locker room.
There were. Okay.
When it's over, it's over. But the tears were from me. They weren't from the kids. And I can't thank our parents and our kids enough to have trust in me coming in, a new coach. There was a lot of apathy in our school, whether to play basketball or not to play basketball. We got some kids out. We got some kids that bought in. And, the thing I asked them at the very end was, did you have fun this year? And every one of them said, absolutely. So, high school athletics are supposed to be fun. But, yeah, we want to compete. And I think they got to where the competition itself was what they really had fun with. So it's a group that they genuinely like each other on the floor, off the floor. They do things together. We had zero drama throughout the entire season. And that's a tribute to the kind of kids that we have that are in our program. And, in the locker room, it's tough. You lose Ellie. But you look around, and I said, how many of you are coming back? 11 of you. 11 of you. We're young. We'll be a little older next year if we can get in the gym, do some things, to improve our skill set. But these kids have played as hard as they could for us the entire season. And you're exactly right. I mean, we got our freshmen diving on the floor for loose balls with 15 seconds left in the game, for crying out loud. So, yeah, that's what it's all about. And I'm really proud of the progress that they made this year, because I told them, I said, this is not a knock on you, but if you'd have told me, right before Christmas that we were going to be in a sub-state final, I may not have believed that. But the work ethic and the work that they put in every day got themselves to that position. So.
Yeah, and I will say, just from my perspective, I know I'm just a young, dumb broadcaster. I don't know as much on the coaching mind as much as you do, but you go into hostile environments. I mean, I had to make sure people in the broadcast had refreshers from Rule 52, given the crowd we had tonight.
There was no Rule 52.
Especially, don't put me on the home side again, Wellington. But the thing is, just the way the tide definitely shifted with more of that effort that we saw in the second half of the season. And it's really brought a lot more people in. Now, obviously, players are bought in, as you said. I'm definitely bought in. Parents are bought in. Why should more Bullpup fans be bought into this team moving forward in the future years to come?
I thought by the end of the year, our crowds had gotten better. And I think that's one thing that our fans, they understand, sometimes you may not be as talented as others, but if you will put it on the line and play as hard as you can and play together, you're putting a good product on the floor, and it's enjoyable to watch kids really playing hard. So, like I said, that's a tribute to our kids and coaching staff. I mean, we got great coaches. They do a great job with our players, not only in practice, but, off the floor. I'm in a good place. I'm in a good place, and I told them, it was tough for me coming back coaching girls. I haven't done it for so long. And I said the learning curve, early, and I asked them, have I gotten better? And they said, oh, yeah, you got a lot better as the season went along with things. But, they're coachable and they want to be pushed. They want to get better, and that's all you can ask as a coach.
And just one final question, which you kind of connected the dots on the what I wanted to ask, but yeah, first year here, you said you're in a good place, and it had been a while since you had coached girls basketball. You mentioned the girls thought that you got better as the year progressed as a coach. What are you excited for as we head into, of course, the off season of high school girls basketball and moving forward into next year?
Well, here's how I envision it, and I think the players would probably agree. We'll probably have a lot more players that are wanting to get in the gym and work on their skill set because they did have success and they did have fun with it. You know, if it's a grind and you're not having fun doing it, then it's really tough to get them to come in the summer and improve on their stuff. And I believe that we do have the core group here that will be wanting to get in the gym to improve.
Love to hear that. Coach, I know there were bumps in the road, but this was a very fun first year. I talked to you in practice last week. I said, you know, regardless of all the outcomes, the scoreboards, it's been a fun year to see you and your team, especially the effort that they give out. I talk about floor burns a lot. I mean, Jared Haas pretty much wrote the book on it, literally wrote the book on floor burns.
He did.
And that's just one of my favorite things about basketball is the teams that give that full-out effort even if the scoreboard doesn't go their way.
Right.
Your team did that time and again. I love that to bits. I know Bullpup Nation definitely loved it to bits, and I'm excited to see how this team will look moving forward in the future years to come. Coach, we appreciate everything
Wayne,
you've done.
Thank you for everything. You are a tremendous broadcaster, and Kurt and I are so lucky to have you covering the Bullpup basketball game.
I appreciate that.
And I know our fans, they tune in and they really like it.
I appreciate that. Coach, thank you for everything all season long. Thank you for joining us, taking the time to talk to me after the games. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's head coach Clint Kinnaman here today as we'll give our Happy Edco excellent play of the game and the player of the game in this one to close out the season here tonight. We gave kind of the play of the game earlier where there was the sort of Alexander who fell to the ground but got the rebound, pushed it up ahead, and Brooke scored on the other direction. That was one of the more impressive plays. The and one by Piper Alvord, somehow getting past two defenders, scooping it up and in. That's a close second, but that first one's going to be the Happy Egg Co. excellent play of the game. Visit happyeggfarms.com to learn how you can help feed America. I think I'm also going to give Piper the player of the game as well, just because of the effort on both ends of the ball. She did finish with 10 points, which led the team, and then defensively she was great. So for the second game in a row, she's going to be, or actually, no, I think I gave it to Brooke last time. I did give it to Brooke last time, but Piper is definitely the People's Bank and Trust player of the game. People's Bank and Trust in Inman, Lindsborg, and McPherson since 1898, community banking at its best. Well, that's it for coverage of McPherson High School girls basketball this year. Again, they fall in the Sub-State Championship 66-34. You heard the thoughts of Coach Kinnaman and the thoughts of me pretty much the past few weeks. The future's bright with Bullpup girls basketball. They do finish 10-12 this year, but boy, did things pick up in the second half of the season, and they were just absolutely terrific to close off the season and buy in, because this team is going to be electric in the years to come, especially younger players getting varsity experience. Awesome. Middle school girls were amazing this year. The future is very bright for McPherson girls basketball. Don't forget, though, McPherson boys basketball continues as they're headed to state. They will play on Wednesday for the first round of the state tournament. I haven't checked the specific start times quite yet for the game in the first round. I believe it'll be against Baldwin for the first round of state. Before we go, I'd like to thank our sponsors for helping us out: the Bradbury Company, MTC Alliance Agency, Raleigh Insurance, Pooh Squad, Pile Law, Medway Motors, Prairieland Partners, American Family Insurance, TC Construction, Farmer State Bank, Mountain Ridge Tractor, Blue Stem Communities, First Bank Kansas, Farm Bureau with Luke Bauer, Headland Electric, The Hub, Hutchinson Community College, APAC Shears, Idea Tech, McPherson Dental Care, and People's Bank and Trust. We'll have more coverage of Bullpup basketball later this week. Until then, for Sherry Bruce and Mitchell Bruce, this is Lane Gillespie. Thank you for tuning in. We will now head over to 1A Division II Boys Sub-State as Elyria Christian will be in action in just a couple of moments. Dusty Dynas will have the call right here on KMCP. We'll tune into that. But this is Lane Gillespie saying have a great rest of your night and rest of your weekend.
The Scooters Coffee Mom of the Game. Register your mom for a chance to win a scooter.